Hey, welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee. If you are identifying as a divine masculine, welcome. If you are somehow drawn to this reading, welcome. It's not by accident, and you don't even really know what a divine masculine is, welcome. I'll get into that. If you're a cross watcher, stay quiet and just observe in the back, okay? My name is Shawnee, and I'm being called to do a reading on the current energy of the divine masculine. The divine masculine comes from this idea of the collective, meaning the people who are chosen to uplift this 3D realm, this earth, into a more angelic vibration, into a healing of sorts, away from the way that the controlling few has got the world in this idea of division. It's healing that divisiveness. It's healing that constant strife. They call it the age of Aquarius. So we are supposed to be coming together, this small collection, but large enough collection of humanity right here and right now, are supposed to be going through a healing, a release, and an ascension towards our greatest and highest good. On the other side of the divine masculine is the divine feminine. And so well, not necessarily she, because it just depends on what your book of life calls it, but it's just feminine energy. These people who, over the last collection of years, have looked at their life, what's not serving them, what is serving them, and made cuts, and gone through purposeful healing with almost singularly focused on themselves. How can they present themselves better in their world, towards themselves, towards their kids, towards their lovers, and some of them not even taking lovers on purpose because they wanted to make sure their focus is where it needed to be. The whole idea is that the divine feminine gets themselves ready, hopefully not focusing just on this next part, but it depends, but gets themselves ready to receive a divine counterpart. They're not meant to necessarily carry this burden on their shoulders alone, not meant to necessarily, meaning that there is still this measure of free will. You will see divine feminine still move forward without a mate, if you will, because that's what that individual has chosen to do. But there is still a large collection that is looking for a mate. Not that they cannot do it themselves, and trust me that they can, 100% can, but we were not necessarily brought down here to do it by ourselves. And so that's why we are looking at you, divine masculines. Right now there is a massive amount of divine masculines all over the world that are just waking up. What has been in front of them for the last several years, for the last collection of years, is not serving their greatest and highest good. And so the divine masculine as a whole is being called to separate, to pause, to reflect, to heal, to release, and move forward in the knowing with the lessons that they have received throughout this lifetime so far. So what is this reading? I want to know how the divine masculines how the divine masculines are doing. So I'm going to start off with a major arcana card. Y'all saw it flip, hopefully maybe it was in the frame, but this is exactly what I was talking about. This is a judgment card. So this is you. The judgment card is something that happens after your path has been illuminated in a way. Almost like as if somebody, your higher self, took a spotlight and shone it on the places that you were choosing to ignore, you were choosing to cut yourself off from, subconsciously, consciously, you were just not putting in the work to release these toxic binds, these karmic cycles, these lovers that are just, these jobs that are just giving you this feeling of emptiness, of solitude, of loneliness, of capping you out, of you not really living in your essence because you were not. And so this judgment card is you along with the divine taking that spotlight and shining it very brightly on a couple of things. You and how you showed up to these relationships, these situations, and then the people and situations and how they reflected you, how they showed up towards you, how to release, how to heal, how to identify, and how to keep forward momentum. This is you showing up differently for the collective, for yourself. All divinely guided. And the idea of a death of your ego self is what they call it, or we can just say the facade of self, and then a rebirth of who it is that you were supposed to be from the very beginning. A realization. Transformation is the next card that comes up. Going through this, and this is an 11, so this is angelic vibration. So this is the angels, divine, God, Jesus, other ascended masters, whoever it is that you've got assigned to you energetically right now in the astral realm, saying in the heavenly realm, whatever. Okay, I understand that some people are new to this, so you're gonna need to learn to fill in the blank for what feels comfortable for you. Okay, but it's the idea of a higher energy moving you in this path on purpose, because each and every single one of you divine masculines has a calling and has a purpose. What that is going to be different for each of you. But because you were stuck in these situations and you're only recently figuring out, wait, this isn't working, through this healing process that you're being called to go towards, through this transformation that you're being called to go towards, you will figure out what said purpose is. Excuse me if I'm like kind of sniffling. I got a little bit of a cold. This is finding balance because things have been out of balance for you. Let's get some more cards. Help me deliver a clear and concise message to the divine masculines and cross watchers that are tuning in to this video today. Should anything negative pop up, immediately return it back to sender. I don't want it here. I don't want it on me. I don't want it in my household, and I do not want it on the viewers. Can you please tell us energetically how the divine masculines are feeling right now? Oh, okay. So I'm being told to do a past, present, and a future for you guys. And the reason why I'm saying like cross watcher is that your counterparts, the divine feminine, are very curious about you guys. We've been waiting. I've been waiting for a girl like you. I get that a lot of you are not girls, but that's the song that Spirit gave me just now. Been waiting for you to wake up as patient as we can. So here's a past, present, and a future for the divine masculines. What do we got? Judgment twice in your recent past. Okay, Fool in reverse for your present, and then the Hangman in the reverse for your future. Okay. So this is new for a lot of people. So a lot of the time when you're just now waking up, it's like a little bit too much information and it's kind of hard to digest. So we've already talked about this judgment card. You having really taking a look at your situation and making a judgment call. Does this work for me? Yes or no? And a lot of you guys are saying, no, it does not work for me. So now you're trying to navigate out of that into situations. A lot of you guys are struggling with what's the best way to get over somebody is to get under some of y'all. Some of y'all. So a lot of y'all have already started taking your Rolodex, your little black book, your phones out, and taking a look at how you've labeled some of these other quick to-dos, like coffee shop girl, or I don't know, however you got people labeled in your phone. Mislabeled, you got them labeled as boys' names, which is actually the finest girl you've ever seen. Something like that. So right now you're thinking the best way for me to get over this uncomfortable feeling is to get under somebody that you find very attractive. We're gonna get more on that because I have more on that. Sudden action without consideration or forethought is where you're at right now. I'm just gonna do, and it might not necessarily be the whole physical thing of like, you know, the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody. Although it might be because my dogs are barking. So hold on, let me go check and see what my dogs are barking at. You know who it is? It's the yard crew. So I think some of y'all are just throwing yourselves into work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. If you think the best way to get over something is to handle it the way that you've always handled it, by running away from the situation, the ins and out of the situation, by burying your head in work, by distracting yourself with other bodies, it's not going to work this go around. The universe won't let it happen. God won't let it happen. Your ancestors will not let it happen. You can't cower away from what's happening around you right now. And then in the future, we have the Hangman in reverse. And the very first thing that I was getting off of this was like a self-righteousness. Like some of you guys are going to step off of this message, use it as a sounding board, if you will. Well, I'm the divine masculine, so there's plenty of divine feminines out there that want me and just still continue to go about it the wrong way, the idea about it. There's going to be some of you guys that maybe might find hilarity, too much of a lightheartedness about how spiritual this ascension is going to be. And so there's going to be some messages about that for you. But then others of you are going to find yourselves in a forgiveness state. My dog, my other dog is going back and forth. So you guys might be going back and forth between, I'm a divine masculine, I don't need to necessarily put in all of this work in this spiritual stuff, or get the spiritual stuff wrong, meaning like you're not actually getting an advisor or a mentor, you're just trying to do it all on your own because you're so used to doing it all on your own, to this idea of forgiving yourself from the past, forgiving those from your past. It's going to be like this loop is what I'm getting for some of you guys in your near future. Okay, so can I please get clarification on this full in reverse for the present, for the divine masculine? Thank you. The Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so it has a lot to do with your relationships. Just cutting them, nixing them. But it's almost like I quit and there's no backup plan, or I want a divorce and you haven't actually thought fully through like what that looks like. I'm not saying that the I quit isn't going to work for you. I'm not saying that I want a divorce isn't going to work for you. I'm just saying it's without a plan. It's like an in your face sort of thing. Yeah. So we got a further clarifier on this full in reverse is the Six of Pentacles in reverse, because that's when you were like, oh wait, okay, so money, I have to figure out this money situation. In either way, you know, leaving a romantic situation, leaving a like a marriage, leaving a job, leaving a place, like just moving to a whole new place. It's like, okay, I have to figure out this money situation. But let's get some clarification on your near future, which is this Hangman in reverse. Hangman in reverse, please. 10 of Pentacles. Ay. So if you can get yourself out of this cycle of going back and forth with your healing, playing the blame game, playing the victim game, wanting to cut somebody out their name, not actually doing the work to self-reflect. If you can get out of that and get into this forgiveness mode, like, here's the thing, divine masculine, okay? Nothing in life happens to you just by happenstance. Everything happens for a reason, and everything, believe it or not, don't come for me, happens for you, for your greatest and highest good. That last situation that you stayed way too long in, whatever it was, way too long in, there were learning moments in there. You were supposed to connect with that person. You were supposed to have those kids. You were supposed to move into that house. You were supposed to move to that city. You were supposed to have that job, and then that job, and then that job, and that coworker, and that boss. Because every single one of those experiences that you touched was a learning moment for you, for right where you are right now, and for your future self. My dog is crying because the lawn crew. The Ten of Pentacles comes out in your future. You're gonna find stability with lasting stability, with the family stuff, with the house stuff. All of it's in here. Y'all are gonna figure out the pets, in the marriage, the kids, the business partnership. It's going to be figured out. It's going to be figured out for you. This was never meant for you to stay in a place of suffering unless you allow that for yourself. If I got the Seven of Cups in the upright, and this is the idea of being able to see through all of the deception from your past, when you deceived others and when others deceived you, coming to a place of inspiration for how to better approach your future. I got the Page of Cups in reverse. Why did I get the Page of Cups in reverse, please, Spirit? The Wheel of Fortune. You're gonna have somebody in your energy from this past situation, be it the job, be it the situation, be it the partner, be it the husband or wife or whoever in the situation, or the kids, not fully understand this sudden move, this sudden change, and their idea of who it is that you are becoming, or who you were when you left them, is going to be who they believe that you are when they approach you in this future version of yourself. And they're going to think that they can get you back into old ways. They're going to use your impulsive nature, try to use your impulsive nature against you, but you're releasing that karma. The time is now. This is also a clock. The time is now. You're ending those cycles. You're going to get to a point to where you're going to be able to see all of the delulu stuff this other energy was giving you. You're going to be able to see, and you're going to be like, bad news bear for you, buddy. That was super corny. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that anymore. I'm not here to give you all of myself like I have been. I'm not here to ignore your pettiness and your toxic, always keep putting me down, talking shit about me to my face in front of the kids. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. And I'm not even going to talk mess about you, because what's going to happen is when the kids grow up, they're going to see you for who you are, and they're going to see me for who I am. I am healed. Like stuff like that. And that's what this Wheel of Fortune is telling you. Not only are you healed, but you're going to start looking for your purpose. You're going to start looking for your match. That's what's going to happen in your future. You're going to start looking for that career field that really speaks to you, that really puts you in a place of peace, that starts building you right back up financially. No fear. No fear. Yeah, I'm making the most of life. I'm channeling a song. It's a Mariah Carey song. No fear. I'm leaving it all behind. No arguments, no strife. I'm making the most of life. There it is. That's your song. Okay, so what do we have in the future moving towards the divine masculine after they've made this judgment call to say, that's it, I'm done, that's enough. What do we have in the future coming towards them? This card wants to come out. Confusion with the eight of swords, but it's you putting the idea with this Eight of Swords in the upright, it's you putting yourself in this place of I'm okay, what do I do? What do I do? It's this mental mind game. It's not meant, you don't have to be in that mental mind game. You don't have to be, and you don't have to doubt yourself. There's no reason for you to doubt yourself. I mean, you're watching this reading, right? It reached you for a reason. 21:22 on the clock when I said that. The numbers have meanings. That you've been guided to this for a reason. There's no reason to. That I had something hit me this morning, and it was a kind of like a bout of, not kind of, it was definitely a bout of PTSD. And I asked myself, just in that moment, just like that, I asked myself, why did you stay so long? Like, it was obviously not good for you. It wasn't good for your kids. You were obviously being used. You were obviously being drained. Why did you stay so long? And I've been healing now for a year. And for me to get that question a year later, now I know I have the tools now to handle those questions, and I know where that's coming from. That's coming from a dark place, a place of self-doubt, a place of lack. I had to fix my energy. Right after that, I knew what to do. But some people will stay in that and for years, they will stay battling themselves with that question. But you're not meant to do that. That's them staying in that. You're meant to move. Use that masculine power to move. The moon comes up. The moon is coming up. The moon is coming up, and there's a full moon in Taurus. As this is being recorded, I think that it will be the 15th-ish of November, 2024. That's going to be powerful for a lot of the divine masculines, for their aha moments. The aha moments, and I just got this Nine of Wands in the upright. This is protection. This is resilience. This is you being prepared for these awakenings that you're going to be getting. The night times are going to be hard. The night times already been hard for you because I'm pretty sure y'all have been having a hard time falling asleep. Some of you guys might actually be sick as well. And it's like, I'm sick and I'm going through this BS. Like, what the hell? Like, could there have been a worse time? 17 on the clock when I said that. This moon card is saying that many moons, there have been many moons pushing you into, shoving you into this direction. If you don't believe that the moon has anything to do with our mood and our movements in life, you got another thing coming for you, divine masculine. The more you learn, the more you realize the planets have, including ours that we're on right now, have a lot to do with the ebb and the flow of humanity. Always. Not just humanity. I mean, look at it. I mean, like the oceans rise and fall. Werewolves? No, I'm just kidding. But this is the idea of like, listen, like you're gonna be confused because there are gonna be a lot of things that are be coming to your mind via dreams, via just random thoughts, via songs, via something that you saw on TV, via something somebody just randomly said, and it's gonna push you into this kind of almost like this PTSD. It's gonna put you right back into that moment again where that person was doing that one thing, or you were doing that one thing that you weren't proud of. And it's going to take courage, but you're protected. This is the idea of you've got an angel, multiple angels around you, protecting you. You're prepared for this, meaning that you have had lifetimes. Don't come for me if you believe in reincarnation, even if you don't. The soul is old. You're just in a human body right now. You're just a Halloween's coming up soon, so it's essentially your entire life. You just went to the store and you picked a Halloween costume that you like, and you look good, divine masculine. I look good. You look good too in this earth suit, if you will, in this astronaut suit, but it's just a suit. Your soul is old and has been preparing for this age of Aquarius. I know this all sounds delulu. I get it. But if you don't have to take my word for it. Dun. Go read a book. True story. Was it LeVar Burton? Yeah, this is gonna stress you. This with the 10 of okay, I'm gonna bring that up in a second. This is going to stress you with the 10 of Pentacles. It's gonna feel like an overload. It's gonna feel like you're gonna question divine feminine, and I wish you would, because I can't wait for a divine feminine to come right back, to snap back at you. But you're gonna question, oh well, you've already done all this healing. What you expect me to do it? Like, I have this uphill motion, honey. It's been hard for all of us. It's been a burden for all of us. Imagine, I'm 42. I have 42 years worth of stuff that I had learned, that was ingrained in me, that was taught to me, that I had to unlearn. And it's not a healing process that's done and over with in a year. It's not a healing process that's done and over with in 6 months. It's forever healing. It's like an addiction. Every single day, you're going to have to work on said addiction. The addiction is falling back into old habits. Allowing the old people to come into your life, the old energies to come back into your life and just start cycles over again. That's not happening anymore. And to have to fight yourself from doing that, it's hard. This is the Lovers coming up. So there's duality in this Lovers, and I'm going to get a clarification on it. I'm being told to clear all the rest of the cards except for this Lovers card. And this is where we end, they say. Okay, got it. This is you figuring out that you had the power the entire time. The entire time. You had the power to see who in the hell you are this entire time. You were somebody, a chosen one, this entire time. You had the power to leave this entire time. You had the power to move forward this entire time. You just needed to wake up. I like that this is this angel in the back looks like Michael B. Jordan for a couple of reasons. Number one, he's fine as hell. But number two, I understand that I'm talking to mainly divine masculines here. So let me give you this idea of Creed, the movie Creed, okay? So it was in his blood to be a champion fighter the entire time. He just needed to wake up to what he had in him. And he had to release the anger, the resentment, the walls that he had built up his entire life. He had to release those one after another, not feeling like he's good enough, not thinking that he deserved to surpass his dad. All of this baggage, he had to release it one after another, one after another. This is you realizing that you need to release in order to be your true self and present your true self. This is also love. This is also you and a partner coming together. This is you making the choice, even after all of the BS that you have been through, this is you still choosing love. Because you know that you've got an abundance of it to give, an abundance of it to share. More in the Lovers, please. Ooh, I got a lot of cards. I got the, okay, hold on. These are good cards, so that's why I'm saying this. I'm also being told to, oh, my gosh, these are good cards. This is why I'm saying love. You're being offered love, this duality of love, loving yourself, of being able to have so much love for yourself and the world around you, and for this idea of love. Like not giving up on that you're going to be able to share it. So this is the divine giving you a cup, a chalice. What was King Arthur after that cup, this goblet? The Knights Templar were after this cup, this goblet. Why am I not remembering what it's called? You know what it's called. Comment down below what it's called. So this is that cup that is being filled from the divine, from God, from the universe, of just pure healing and abundance and blessings and stability and love. And this is you pouring that same cup into somebody else with this Lovers. This is you also approaching somebody with that same cup that you were given from the divine and saying, I've had my eye on you for so long. Patience. I did stuff I'm not proud of. I stayed in a situation that did not serve me. But I think that we can do differently together, like that idea. I'm feeling called to give this heart's hidden secret. So, Spirit, as we close this message, can you please give me the Divine Masculine's hidden secrets, please? Okay. We got a lot of cards. And I'm just going to go abandoned the karmic cycles. Because you felt abandoned by this karmic energy a long time ago. A long time ago. You felt as if you just been trudging through the mud. Your best friend left. Somebody used to say, I got a lot on my mind, I got a lot on my mind, my dog just died. And I'm not trying to be triggering, but it's like, I'm getting like Atreyu in the Neverending Story, the scene where his horse gets stuck in the mud. Like, for a lot of kids in the 80s and rewatching it in the 90s, that was very traumatizing. Your best friend, who you truly were, was covered in mud, covered in quicksand. You couldn't recover it. The person that you thought you were gonna be was covered in mud, covered in quicksand. You couldn't retrieve it. It was sad. Some of y'all have been crying very recently. Because it's this idea of like your best friend, the true you, who you are truly meant to be. You weren't realizing that for so long. And then I get this card of healing, going into a healing space, new beginnings. Releasing, purifying, cleansing. You must, Divine Masculines, you must do the healing work. You must. Because what's coming forward is even more confirmation of this Lovers card. Okay, we got only you, and then we got one day. And then earlier when I was pulling the cards, I got the Wheel of Fortune. And with that Wheel of Fortune, let me just illustrate this and then we'll close to an end, okay? But what this Wheel of Fortune is closing karmic cycles out and releasing that karma. But the only way that you can release that karma is if you can heal. And as this wheel is turning, it drops something new in your lap. A realization that your one true love was always out there, or that this new person that God, the divine, the universe is placing in front of you is really just, um, I keep hearing all you've ever asked for. I'm not trying to pitch this perfect love story. I'm because we're all humans, right? And we're all perfectly flawed. But oh, I just got the Magician at the bottom of the deck. What's behind the Magician? Oh, renewal. You got the Judgment card multiple times. Rebirth, self-evaluation, reflection. This Magician card, this is divinity right here over his head with this infinity sign. The number 8 can be significant to you. The number 8 is a strength card. You had to take courage when you just cut off what you just cut off. It took strength, took a lot of courage, but it also took you realizing your inner power, at least a glimpse of it. This Magician card is I'm getting this feeling. This is being described to me in a different way in my head, but this is you working with your higher self to whip up this new reality for yourself. And it's going to, and let me just describe this really quick. It's going to take you understanding how to be emotionally intelligent and balanced. It's going to take you it's going to take courage from you and strength from you, because you're going to have to take action, and sometimes quick action, on things that you didn't realize that you could take action on before, or you were afraid to take action on before. It's going to take you committing yourself time towards this healing, and even maybe towards somebody else in a very genuine kind of way with this sword. So these are the four suits in a tarot deck, right? So with this sword, this is you speaking your truth and living in your truth and living in integrity. This is, the sword is also face down on here. So this is, after you've cut people out, it's almost like you putting your sword in the stone. Like, you don't have to stab at things anymore. It's no longer a stabbing motion. It's you gracefully walking through in your future. All right, Divine Masculines. My information is down below. You can book a personal reading with me. You can book a venting session with me. I also offer coaching. So you just let me know how it is that you want to rock forward in this endeavor. If you've made it this far, leave me some flowers down below. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.